gotta say something about HBO Max though. Did you hear what they did with Blazing Saddles?
Yeah, they put a... Well, you explain it.
Okay, so HBO Max, due to the fact with, what's happening right now with race and all that, they're putting a little thing before movies talking about what it has. Well, Blazing Saddles is a great comedy. It does have a lot of racial things in it. Well, they put a warning on there talking about, hey, if this offends you, don't watch it. I find it just really weird how they did that, but yet they took Gone with the Wind off the shelf.
They took Gone with the Wind off the shelf and they got their fingers burnt. They got burnt to a bacony little crisp. The little pigs.
Hilarious.
So now, I actually tweeted something about this a while back. It was from the Babylon Bee. People were rushing. This is from last month. People were rushing to Best Buy to buy as many copies of Blazing Saddles as they could before it disappeared.
I don't blame them.
Ta-da! A month later, here we go. But it didn't disappear. It's got the little disclaimer. Hey, if you want your trigger warnings, get your trigger warnings, okay? I have no problem at all with trigger warnings. I think it's idiotic, but I think it's your problem if you're looking for trigger warnings. I believe as a parent, as an older parent, I like the rating system that they have. They'll tell you you've got language in this one, you got violence, you got nudity, you got sexual situations, you got suggestive dialogue. Thanks, that gives me a hint. Because if I see TVMA on something, I'm far less likely to watch it than TV-14. If I see TV-14, I'm far less likely to watch it than if it's TV-PG, because I don't need to see that crap. Because I know if I see TVMA, 9 times out of 10, they're using language, nudity, sexual situations, suggestive dialogue, and violence as a substitute for storytelling. And I don't want that crap. It's the same reason I don't watch Friday the 13th or Halloween or any of that other crap.
That's the thing. I mean, we've already talked about this when we were talking about Gone with the Wind. And I said they need to put things, rearrange it to where if this offends you, it will be right there before the movie even starts in the disclaimer. Because that's what it is.
Rather than editing for content.
It's just like, again, I said this before. If you have medicine or a bleach bottle and it says literally, do keep out of reach of, children and stuff. If your kids get into it, you can't necessarily sue the people who made the product because it says right there. It's your job to read what's there.
But that requires you taking responsibility. The great American pastime in 2020 is shirking responsibility. It's the only exercise a lot of folks get anymore.
Speaking of responsibility.
Yes.
Are we allowed to go on to the next?
Yeah, we can go into something else.
Speaking of responsibility and changes and... Okay, I got a rant. This really makes me mad. This has made me mad for the last few days now.
Yeah.
Alright, so I've always been the one that, spoke up for Netflix. I'm the one that has always loved Netflix. I stand by their side when people put it down. But they piss me off. They pissed me off.
But they do.
So, alright.
They have Legend of Korra, don't they? On Netflix.
Not yet. We're talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, the live action remake?
Yes. So, in case you guys don't know, Avatar: The Last Airbender is a cartoon series that spanned off to a second half, which is called Legend of Korra, and it's all from Nickelodeon. Now, the guys who created this entire thing has this is one of those cartoons that is like, it really has a fantastic storyline. It's really, like, a lot of thought was put into this. It's not really for little kids. It's like anime, but not,
It's westernized anime, yeah.
But it is so darn good. And the creators of the show had nothing to do with the live action movie at all.
They
the
did.
M. Night.
They did, but they've walked off because they considered a dumpster fire.
And it was. Well, so Netflix asked them to come on so they can do a live action TV series of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Everybody was excited. I was one that was like, yes. Now, apparently to these guys, the creators, Netflix promised them that they would have total control and they would do anything that they would say if they needed for the show. And then somehow Netflix decided, screw all that, we're going to do it our way. We're going to change things. And now the guys, the creators, walked away from the show. And literally put out a statement talking about the whole thing, about their breaking promises and all that, and that what you will end up seeing on Netflix will have nothing to do with them.
Yes, I saw that. I'm gonna say I have no beef in this jerky because I didn't care for the original Avatar.
Really?
I didn't even like the movie Avatar, or the live action movie Avatar, or the one with the blue guys Avatar, which was like was just like Smurf the Wet Dream or something.
We're not talking about that Avatar. Don't
No,
get
not
these
that
people
Avatar.
confused.
Not that Avatar.
Not that
Not that Avatar. Not that Avatar. This Avatar. But yeah, the and the I don't even know what to say about it because, like I said, I slept through Legend of Korra.
Really?
I didn't care for Legend of Korra that much. It's one of those things where I'm not going to begrudge anybody who likes it. It's just not my cup of tea. But I don't drink tea. I'm a coffee drinker, so what do I know? But
See, I drink tea.
Legend of Korra is supposed to be showing up on Netflix here shortly.
Yeah, it's supposed to show up.
That's the original.
That's
That's
or something like that.
not the original version, but the one that was on Nickelodeon that took them forever and a day to get through it.
I don't know how that just happened, but I was really angry about the whole thing. I had this big rant for it, and then I looked over there behind the camera, and I see.
Wee! Hi!
I see that thing smiling at me.
We got the big old wiggle guy over here. You remember several months back, I got the beloved wife a little inflatable waving guy.
Yeah.
We've got one, and the beloved wife has it propped up against the wall, and it's sitting there smiling at us as we go.
So that just put a smile. So there's going my reaction.
Let me see if I can take the smile back off your face, because Disney Plus is bringing the Star Wars Holiday Special back.
Lego version.
Version.
Yes, I just saw the trailer for
that.
that.
And from what I'm hearing, Rey is going to be in it. And she's supposed to be cussing Luke Skywalker up and down.
Oh.
I guess they're trying to find ways to make this worse. I mean, the holiday special is funny because if Star Wars refuses to admit it exists. It was funny because George Lucas didn't want to admit he did that for the cash. But to see a Lego version of it, Lego can make things better, but I don't know how it's going to work with this. I'll let them do it. I'm not going to pay for Disney Plus, so I go see. If I didn't buy Disney Plus to see Hamilton, I ain't going to pay for it to see this. But
see, I'm still a subscriber, believe it or not. Even though I watch more Hulu and Netflix than what I do Disney Plus. That's mostly because as soon as I got Disney Plus, I went and watched all the old shows that I've been wanting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Tailspin, DuckTales, all that. Which third season of DuckTales?
Yeah,
is
that's coming up.
soon.
It's going to have a 1 hour special to it.
Yeah,
Anyway, go ahead.
And so yeah, I mean, I don't watch it. I am getting really tired of flipping on there, seeing if they added something new, and it's all nature stuff. Like, how many little kids get on there and be like, oh, it's it's a documentary on Africa. There's a documentary on, you know, the Congo. There's a documentary on, you know, it's like, stop that. Or behind the scenes where this is how we build this. And it's like,
Disney has always been a little more. Has always tried to attract the hardcore fans more than anything. If they're going to take $1, they're going to take 100.
See, that's the thing, though. It's like Disney is everywhere. So it's like they got sports, cartoons, movies, old stuff, nature programs, documentaries. But instead of putting it all in order, it's like we're just shuffling it all up.
Yeah,
so it's a big mess.
Yeah.
And that's like, that's what loses me, because I get on there and it's like...
This is what happens when you allow engineers to do your organization. Bad idea.
It's bad.
Just like you don't want doctors to dictate when the release schedule is going to be for movies and stuff, you don't want a bunch of Disney Imagineers laying out your online video format. But anyway. And actually, I don't know, well, our last episode we did was with Scott. That was 2 weeks ago. Did you talk about Mulan coming to Disney Plus for like an extra $30?
I know I have talked about it. I don't know if it was then but yeah. We didn't talk about how much it was going to be. It was
$30 plus the Disney Plus subscription. That's idiotic right there.
But
not as idiotic as doing a live action remake of Mulan, but hey.
I mean, I see why they did that. But the great thing is that when you pay for it once, you actually own it.
That's
it's right there. Like, you don't have to rent or something.
That is a big difference. That's not a 24-hour or 48-hour.
It'd be part of your Disney Plus. It'd be right there.
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.